Chilling tales for dark nights.
Want to make sure you never miss a Chilling Tales for Dark Nights video again? Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell to turn on notifications.
So I was on the block one night, getting it in, man, but I wasn't making no bread. You're talking about, I don't know where all the J's was at, or even if they ain't had no money, usually they still show up and come and try to get something for the free. I even started calling folks, trying to go make a delivery or something, man. I'm talking about, I was desperate, man. Usually I already be done made, a couple dubs or something. But tonight, it was dead. So while I'm on the phone, I seen a lady walking towards me. I could tell she was a street worker by the way she walked. Each of them little slow steps she took, she would switch her hips so hard, it was almost like she was just twerking. I usually kept it business during business hours, but shawty was a little too fine, man. She was a big girl too, man. I love me a big old girl. She started getting closer, and I played it cool. And she came up and said, "Hey, sexy, what you doing out here all by yourself? Let me hang out with you, please, baby." I kept it cool. I said, "I ain't made no bread all night. I really can't kick it with you unless you want to, buy a little something for me." I had to see if I can get some money up out of her. I ain't made no money all night either, big man. I was just gonna call it quits for the night till I seen you. Come to my room, I got something for us. Man, she thinks she's slick, man. I know she made some money tonight. It's a big thing going on at the convention center, and them corporate boys been riding through like crazy. They be thirsty to come down here and escape to the wild side. She had to have at least a few racks stashed somewhere. I said, "Where your man at? I know somebody fine as you ain't walking these streets by yourself." She said, "Can't no man tame this tigress. Or at least no man I met yet. You think you the one?" She walked closer and I got an even better look at her. Man, she was dumb pretty, man. She looked like a human Hershey Kiss. I was about to lose my mind, but I still kept it cool. "I got that good, shawty. I'll cut you a deal on something, and then we can go to your room." I'm just thinking to myself, come on, say yeah, dummy. She looked at me for a second and then she broke out into a smile. She nodded and moved her hand, telling me to follow her. She walked on the side of the sidewalk near the street. She thinks she's so slick, man. I switched sides with her real quick. When a woman and a man walking, and the woman walks on the street side of the sidewalk, it means she for sale. So she was with me, but trying to see if, maybe she could catch one more suit up in a Benz or something and ditch me. Nah, she all mine until I get what I want. We got to a hotel. She whispered something to the lady at the desk, and they laughed a little bit. She brought me up to her room. It was a decent layout. I guess she really making some money, man. I'm gonna get up out of here with everything I can, though. I promise you that. She said, "You hungry? I know you've been out there all night. I got some food left over from this party I was at. I'll warm it up for you, boo. Man, I sat back and just relaxed, just playing it cool. She turned the radio on and danced for me a little bit. Big shawty could move, bro. We were actually having a little fun until, she got a call. She said, "Hold on, boo, I'll be right back." "Hold on, boo, I'll be right back. I gotta take this." She ran in the bathroom and shut the door. And I got up and got close so I could listen. She was saying, "I did good tonight. I made way more money than the last time." "No, don't come over. I got a client. Yeah, he got money. He a dope boy. You act like I'm out here messing around. You the one sit back on your lazy butt all day. I'm out here getting it, duck boy." I heard the phone beep off and I ran to the couch. Man, she lied to me, man. That must have been her pimp. I knew she was lying. Ain't no way somebody like her ain't got no man. I wonder if he really on his way over here. I probably need to hurry up and do what I gotta do and be gone before he show up. She came out the bathroom laughing like everything was all right. "You ready to eat? Come on over here and sit down." I said, "You cool? Why are you sweating so hard?" I had to figure out if this guy was a gorilla or what, man. I got up from the food and went to her and started pushing up on her. She looked kind of uncomfortable, so I slowed down some, and I asked her about her man again. She walked away and sat down. She was really, really sweating now. She said, "He is a straight gorilla. If he find out that I'm with somebody and I ain't made no money off of them, man, he gonna knock me clean out." She put her head down for a minute, and then she started walking to me. She said, "I know you ain't make no bunch of money tonight, but maybe you could just, let me borrow something so he won't get mad. I'll pay you back with a little extra, baby, I promise." Now, I must just really look stupid, man. I bet she run this game on folks she thinks straight fools, man. She act like I don't work the streets too. I'm talking about I was too heated, man, but I'm gonna try to play it cool, man. I said, "Bitch, shawty, you know I ain't got no money tonight, man, no cap. But come on, sit over here with me." She got real turned on. "You think he playing with me? I told you he gorilla, man, straight gorilla all the way. He gon' just come over here and go clean off. Girl, I ain't scared of nobody. Now, man, you taking me off, man. I'm really getting ready to get up out of here." I got up and got my bag, and then I went and got my shoes. And she said, wait. I'm sorry. Please don't go. Don't leave me. You just gonna leave me like this? I told you he gonna dang near kill me. Man, she was really putting it on now. So I walked over to her. I almost felt sorry for her, but you know, I did feel sorry for her. I would hate to see her get beat up, man, but you know, such a pretty face, man, but she know the streets, man. I said, I ain't going nowhere, baby. I'm here for you. Until you give me all that jewelry and electronics and whatever stash you got somewhere up in here. Man, I gotta remember, she just trying to sucker me out of whatever I got, man. This chick ain't dumb. She been up in the game, man. Think she gonna play me, though? She got another thing coming, man. She said, this ain't funny, baby. I went in my pocket and I pulled out my little poker, man. I said, I ain't, you know, I really ain't keep my pistol on me since I had, you know, the felony and all that. And I ain't trying to get caught with that junk. So I started walking towards her and she stood up. She said, okay. All right, let me get you whatever you want. Here, you can have all this little jewelry and the tablet I got over there. And whatever else you need, old fat lip boy. You lucky I even gave you a chance to be at me. With your broke, dusty self. You need to get you a J.O.B. I said, girl, I got me a J.O.B. And they're robbing, doing whatever I gotta do to get that bread. And you ain't hurt my feeling, goddamn. I ain't gonna be broken dusty when I take all this stuff and go down to the pawn shop with it. She said, you still gonna have that big water hose lip and them ashy old hands you got here. Take it. You join me all you want. I got what I came for, Trick. Now you have a nice night, Big Fine. Man, I made my way to the door. Oh man, I'm finna make all kind of money off this, man. A couple $100. That's all I need, help me get through the week. But on my way to the door, I stopped. I heard a loud thumping sound. It sounded far away, but it was getting closer. I had my hand on the doorknob, and I could just feel it shaking. It felt like a freaking earthquake was coming. Man, I gotta hurry up and get up out of here, man. What the heck going on? I opened the door and I turned towards the elevator when I saw, I saw a big, dark figure coming down the hall. I'm talking about, man, like, this big mug had to be about 7 feet tall, man. I stood halfway out the door, trying to get a clear look at him. And I'm like, man, I couldn't get past him to get to the elevator. So I just froze, man. I'm not playing, bro. I'm talking about no cap. He shook the whole entire building, man. She had paintings and little knickknacks around the apartment, and they shook so hard, it seemed like someone was gonna fall, man. I waited until he got like almost like 10 feet away before I just slammed the door and locked it. Boy, I hope this big monster mud just keep on walking, man. I waited to see if he kept going past the door, but his footsteps stopped right outside. Man, I ain't never shook like this before in my life. I'm talking about I was straight up shaking, man. I ran up to the chick over there, man. And I said, you know, You said your man was a gorilla. You know, I'm thinking you mean a gorilla pimp, not an actual dang gorilla, man. You know, you set me up, man. Man, if I wasn't so scared, I'd knock you out, man. She said, oh, well, you was all big and bad a few minutes ago. Go ahead. Go on out there. You know he ain't leaving till you get his money. Maybe you can tell him you ain't got none. Or maybe you can give him some of that old stale gas you got. He might not break your head in two, depending on how much you got. She just laughing, man. And man, I could hear this big joker outside the door breathing. Even his breath rumbled the door. Then he knocked. If it had been an average door, man, it would have blown the door straight off the hinges, man. I'm talking about it, man. It gotta be another way up out of here, man. I ran to the window and looked. Nope. No fire escaping, nothing, man. Whew. I'm gonna have to get past him, man. Oh my goodness, man. Gosh, dog, man. I ran to the kitchen looking for a knife, you know, just big enough to at least just slow him down a little bit, man. She was still laughing. She said, I seen somebody stab him before. I'm talking about it tickled him. You wasting your time, bruh. Just go on, let him in before he get mad. He ain't gonna get too mad. He ain't gonna take it personal. I ain't gonna lie though. One time he did smack this guy so hard, his head turned all the way around. Bruh Chin was on his back. Then at one time he grabbed this guy with braids and he whooped him about 4 blocks down the street. When he got done with him, he had a fro. I said, you think this funny? You know what I do? I take you hostage. Yeah, that's how I get up out the jail. She just looked at me and shook her head, man. What was I thinking that somebody like him care about some chick, man, that worked for him? Maybe she was right. Goodness, man, I just try to explain to him what the deal is, and I give him this gas I got, man. You know what, girl? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna give him this loud, and then I'm gonna dip. Boy, stop. That ain't no loud. That's some straight quiet you got over there, boy. You better do something, cause he ain't gonna have too much more patience. She was still laughing. Man, you know, I'm gonna talk to him, man. I walked to the door, but he knocked this time louder and faster. I jumped back and said, hey, we kind of busy, man. Can you come back? I heard him take a deep breath. And he turned and walked away. Oh, jump. I'm straight now. I waited a few minutes after I heard his footsteps disappear, and I opened up the door. I ain't see him. I looked back at Big Fine and she waved by. I got to the elevator button and, oh man, I just gave a big sigh of relief. Oh my goodness, man. I can't believe I made it up out of here. Elevator was on its way up. I ain't never messing with no more street walking women. I'm talking about no way, bruh. It ain't even worth it. I'm just gonna sell my little gas I got and keep it swerving. When the elevator opened, I jumped in and I headed to the ground floor. We were at floor 14. Yeah, I was moving down, so I was at like 14 now. And I felt the thing start to slow down. When we got to the 13th floor, it just stopped. Oh, Chuck, man, I just want to get up out of here, man. Come on, man. The doors open, but nobody was there. And the floor was just crazy dark, too. It had lights, but they just kind of flicked off and on, and most of them was completely out. I hit buttons on the elevator, but none of them did anything. I started hearing some screaming, and it's like a woman screaming down the hall or something, but it sounded terrible. It sounded like somebody was killing her or something. Man, I hit all the buttons. I hit, man, everything. The fire department button, I just hit them all, man. But they ain't do nothing. I started to call the police, man, but I had all the thing, they work on me, man. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness, man. I peeked out and I saw that there was a door to the stairs. Shoot, I guess I'm about to get some exercise, man. I ran to the door and grabbed the handle, and through the little glass, I saw the woman. She screamed at me, man. It was so loud, the glass cracked. She was dressed in a freakum dress with her makeup just all smeared and everything, man. Blood ran down her face, all over her body. I'm talking about she was tore up, my just tore up, man. I straight hit it back to the elevator. And she opened the door and followed me. Man, I was so scared, man. I couldn't just bust on the jaw and run, man. It's like my arms didn't even work, man. I got up in the doors and hit the buttons like crazy, just trying to get one of them to work. I don't care. I'll go back up there with that big ogre up there, man, just as long as I get away from her, man. She just kept screaming. And then she tried to get in. She clawed at me with nails like Wolverine or something, man. She was scratching me all up, and I did the best I could to fight her away. Finally, I got up out of her grip. I popped her one time real good, man. She just fell back and screamed at me. "You hurt me, just like the rest. How could you do me like that? You don't love me." She took her nails and clawed at her own wrists until the doors closed, and I couldn't see her no more. Bruh, what in the world is going on tonight? I done already escaped Big Mama's house and that dang golem she got with her that she worked for. And now I done had to fight off like just the ultimate crazy ex, man. FML, bruh, on my kids. I gotta keep it moving, man. I ain't even going back on the block, man. I'm going to the crib, man. This don't make no sense, man. When I got to the lobby, of course the doors didn't open again, man. I tried to hit the open button, but that ain't do nothing. I'm talking about my heart was in my stomach, man. But then that mug dropped down to my Johnson when the floor started shaking. It's him, man. Oh my goodness. Oh snap, man. It's him. Man, oh man. I tried to go back up, but the doors opened up. And there he was. I don't know why I ain't never heard of this guy before, man. I can't believe ain't nobody on the block ever told about the dang human tank. They got the big girl that worked for him that he set up and chased through the dang hotel building, man. Man, maybe he like big and stupid or something, man. I got him to leave that first time. Maybe I could do it again. I said, what it is, big fella? That thing Gucci, ain't it? I made a move to walk by, but he ain't moved one bit. His eyes, man, they stared at me so hard. They wouldn't even take a break long enough to blink. I decided that I probably better keep talking, man, because he sure don't seem like the talking type. Maybe he was waiting for the magic word or something, man. I said, hey, man, I got some of that good gas, man. I'll bless you with some, my brother. You know, it's all good, man. You know, I got some of the other more hardcore stuff, too, man, you know. Yeah, I got the hard and the soft, man. You know, it just depend on, you know, whatever you like, man, however you get down. I took that green out and I reached out to hand it to him. And he took like a big old breath and just slapped it out of my hand. Boy, my hand was on fire, man. I ain't never seen no hand get slapped that hard, man. I said, my bad, big dog, you know. I was capping a little bit, but it's some Reggie, but it's smoking though. I'm telling you, I got the smoking of Reggie out there, man. He grabbed me by the top of my head and he carried me out into the lobby. I was screaming and everything, but you know, like the folks around, they ain't care. Ain't nobody try to help me or nothing, man. They just laughed and they took their phones out and everything. He took me out the back door to the loading dock area. And everybody just followed, man, having a good time, man, just laughing at me. I'm talking about I was crying and man, everything, man, but he ain't getting no care. He threw me on the ground and everybody made a circle around us. He looked up to the crowd and all he did was grab and they all got up out of there. Now it was just me and him. He walked to the door and bent a metal rod in it to lock it. I just sat there on my knees looking at him in the worst fear I ever felt. I done had folk put the whole stick to my head, man, and threatened to blow my brains out. But the fear wasn't nothing compared to this. He threw me like a thick piece of pipe. And he stood with his fist balled up. Man, what in the world? He expect me to try and fight him? So I threw the pipe back to him. I said, no, bro, I'm good. I don't even know how to fight. You know, I can go ahead. We can just go ahead and give you this dub, bro. You got it. He threw the pipe back along with another skinnier pipe that looked like it'd be good for stabbing. I'ma have to do something, man. I grabbed the pipe and he got down on his knees. So we were actually about the same height now. I shook my head and I grabbed that pipe and I swung like I ain't never swung nothing before, man. It hit him so hard it hurt my hands. That this Negro A real life Luke Cage, man. He took that shot without flinching. Then he stood up to his feet. Adrenaline pumped in and I started hitting him with that pipe like crazy, boy. I'm talking about just shot after shot. But they ain't do no good, man. He finally grabbed it in mid-air and yanked me to him, and he grabbed my hand. He held me up in the air by my wrist. So he's sitting there and holding me up in the air by my wrists, and I kicked him. I'm punching him trying to get free, but he ain't budge. And out of the shadows, I heard her laugh. It was Big Fine. She walked up slow. Please, babe. Please, man, tell him I was gonna pay you soon as I made some money tonight. Tell him I told you I was gonna pay you. Please tell him I was just messing around. I was gonna get that bread just soon as I got back on the block. Tell him, Big Shawty. Tell him I was gonna get you that money. She said, "Nah, boo. The problem is, you don't know who you messing with." She snapped her finger, and the big monster squeezed my hand so hard I could hear the bones crunching. I cried out, but he wouldn't stop. She said, "You lucky, 'cause where I'm from, they cut your hands off when you steal. You supposed to be a big bad gangster, and now you sitting here crying. But you ain't had no problem stealing my stuff though, right? Don't cry now, boo." She snapped her finger again, and he tossed me in the air like a ball and just let me fall right to the floor. I remember his boot kicking me in the face a few times until everything went black. I had a dream after I blacked out, and it was a beautiful dream too. My grandma was taking me out to this field, and then she started talking to me just sitting on a big rock in the middle of the field. And she said,
"Don't poison your own people, honey. It's hard enough trying to stop all these folk out here from killing you. And don't steal from your own peoples, honey. It's hard enough trying to get these folk out here to stop taking everything we already got. When I was little, we took care of each other. I don't know what's going on today in these streets out here. Lord have mercy on all of us. I know you ain't gonna be like them other boys out there across the way. Now I know I might not have merch, but I'm gonna raise you better than that."
After she finished, she stood up and wrapped the belt around her arm and started slapping her arm in the hook of her elbow. She heated a spoon and she stuck a needle in the mix that she cooked up. She stuck it in, and her body dried up in the dust. I woke up in a dumpster the next day. I could barely move. I was hurting so bad. I took a look at my hand and it was swole up like a football. Just thinking about moving, it was painful. I laid back and I made a pillow out of some newspaper, and I just went back to sleep. I'm not sure what happened after that, but I woke up in the hospital. The gang was all there. They all talked about how happy they was that I ain't dead, and they cracked a few jokes about how I can't use my right hand for nothing. Once all the loudmouths was gone, it was just me and my man Brody who stayed behind. He said, I can't believe somebody jumped you, man, for a little gas and whatever you had on you, a little soft or something, man. That's crazy, man. Don't even worry about it, bro. We gonna find out who did it, man. I promise you that. Just try and heal up best you can. Once you get out, man, I'll give you some work, man. Get you back up on your feet. And I'm gonna graduate you up from that grass and that salt, man. Get you up on pushing that for real, man. You need to go ahead and push that bit boy stuff, man. So you could run a whole gang or something, man. Get you up off the street, man. Work behind the scene, you feel me? My grandma's memory played over and over in my head. I couldn't talk because of my jaw was wide shut. I just looked out the window and saw a black bird staring back at me. It turned around and flew off.